There's nothing in anime that hits quite like betrayal. The friend who turns on you, the mentor who was lying all along, the ally whose blade ends up in your back. These are the moments that shatter trust and change stories forever. Quick warning: heavy spoilers lie ahead. Today we're counting down the top 10 anime betrayals of all time. The gut-punch twists and cold-blooded backstabs that left characters and fans completely broken. From schemers playing the long game to friends who were enemies all along. Which betrayal cut the deepest? Let's find out. Number 10. Marshal D. Teach spent years aboard Whitebeard's ship, smiling, waiting, biding his time. But beneath that grin was the most patient traitor in all of One Piece. To claim a devil fruit he coveted, Blackbeard murdered his own crewmate Thatch in cold blood, then deserted the family that took him in. And he was only getting started. He handed Ace over to the Marines, helped trigger the war that would cost Whitebeard his life, and then stole the old man's power right off his corpse. Blackbeard's betrayal isn't loud or emotional, it's calculated, ruthless, and terrifyingly effective. While everyone else fought with honor, he climbed to the top on a ladder of broken trust. The perfect cold-blooded way to open our list. Team 7 was supposed to be a family. Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke bound together through fire and loss. But Sasuke's hunger for power and revenge ran deeper than any bond. In the dead of night, he turns his back on the village, and when Naruto chases after him, begging him to come home, Sasuke nearly kills his best friend at the Valley of the End. That image, of two brothers in all but blood standing on opposite sides, defined a generation of anime. Sasuke chose vengeance over the people who loved him, walking into darkness with his eyes wide open. It's a betrayal that aches precisely because you understand it, and because Naruto never, ever gave up on bringing him back home. To the children of Grace Fieldhouse, Mama Isabella was warmth, safety, and love itself, the woman who tucked them in and dried their tears. The horrifying truth is that she was raising them like livestock, fattening their minds for the day they would be shipped off to be devoured. Every smile, every hug, every bedtime song was part of the deception. When Emma and Norman uncover the truth, the betrayal is total. The one person they trusted most was the architect of their nightmare. Isabella's calm, knowing smile as her plan unfolds is the stuff of pure dread. It's a betrayal that weaponizes a mother's love, and few things in anime have ever felt so deeply, intimately wrong. For years, they bled alongside the Survey Corps, trained beside their comrades, and shared their fears late into the night. Reiner and Bertholdt weren't just allies, they were friends. So when they casually reveal that they are the armored and colossal titans, the very monsters who broke the wall and started the slaughter, the floor drops out from under everyone. The quiet, almost exhausted way Reiner confesses it makes it so much worse. Friends who had eaten, laughed, and grieved with the very people they doomed. Their betrayal reframes the entire series, turning soldiers into enemies and trust into a weapon. It's the moment Attack on Titan tells you that no one, not a single soul, is ever truly safe. Lelouch and Suzaku were childhood friends turned secret enemies. Two brilliant young men dreaming of a better world through opposite means. For a while, it seemed they might finally stand together. Then Suzaku discovers that Lelouch is zero, and instead of hearing him out, he hands his best friend over to the Emperor, the very man who tore both their lives apart. It's a betrayal born of idealism curdled into self-righteousness, and it shatters everything Lelouch was fighting for. The tragedy is that they were never truly enemies, just two friends who could never bring themselves to trust each other at the same time. Suzaku's choice sends the entire story spiraling toward its devastating, unforgettable end. One night, the entire Uchiha clan was wiped out by one of their own. Itachi, the prodigy, the loving older brother, slaughtered his family and left only Sasuke alive, branding himself the ultimate traitor. For years, that betrayal fueled an entire saga of hatred and revenge. But here's the gut punch. It was all a lie that he chose to live. Itachi betrayed his clan to stop a civil war and protect the village, then took the role of villain so his little brother could grow strong, hating him. His was a betrayal that masked the deepest love imaginable, a man who let the whole world despise him in order to save it. The most tragic traitor anime has ever known, The boy who screamed for freedom became the very thing his friends feared most. After a lifetime fighting beside Mikasa, Armin, and the Survey Corps, Eren turns on all of them, manipulating, lying, and ultimately unleashing the rumbling to trample most of humanity beneath an ocean of titans. He pushes away everyone who ever loved him, becoming the villain of his own story to give his friends a future. It's a betrayal that splits a fandom in two, because you can never be quite sure how much was strategy and how much was a broken boy who lost his way. Eren betrayed the world, his comrades, and even himself, all in the name of a freedom that cost everything. Light Yagami betrayed everyone who ever trusted him. He betrayed the police force he pretended to help, the detectives who called him a friend, the girl who adored him, and the very idea of justice he claimed to serve. He shook L's hand while plotting his death. He used his own family as pawns. He smiled in the faces of the people hunting him, all while writing their names in a notebook of death. Light's betrayal is so complete, so cold, that he becomes the very monster he set out to destroy. There's no honor here, no tragic excuse, just a brilliant boy who decided he was a god and burned every bond he ever had to keep the throne. For most of Bleach's early run, Aizen was a gentle, bespectacled captain, kind, soft-spoken, and utterly beloved. Then came the betrayal that flipped the entire series on its head. His death was faked, his kindness was a mask, and every event up to that point had been part of a plan decades in the making. As he rises into the sky, casting aside the Soul Society he had secretly ruled from the shadows, his cold smile reveals a mastermind who had been playing everyone, the heroes, the villains, even the audience. Aizen's betrayal is the gold standard, a reveal so perfectly executed that nothing in Bleach ever felt safe again. The puppet master who was 3 steps ahead the entire time. And at number 1 stands the betrayal so brutal it has its own name, the Eclipse. Griffith was the charismatic leader of the Band of the Hawk, a dreamer who inspired absolute loyalty and Guts' closest friend. But when his dream slips away, Griffith makes a choice beyond forgiveness. To be reborn as a demon god, he sacrifices every single one of his comrades, the people who bled for him, who loved him, who would have died for his dream, offering them up to be slaughtered and devoured. The horror, the helplessness, the sheer scale of the betrayal is unmatched in all of anime. Griffith didn't just betray his friends, he damned them. The most monstrous, unforgivable betrayal ever put to screen. From Blackbeard's cold ambition to Griffith's unspeakable eclipse, these are the betrayals that shattered trust and scarred us forever. Which backstab hit you the hardest? Sound off in the comments and let us know who you will never forgive. If you enjoyed this countdown, leave a like and subscribe for a new anime top 10 every week. Thanks for watching, and watch your back out there.